Hello and welcome to another episode of Nerds Amalgamated. I'm the Professor and we've got Bucky and the DJ, as usual, for another episode of talking about whatever random crap we find on the internet.
And just so you know, we don't actually censor what the crap is, so you may need a bucket and a mop.
Oh, we censor it. Think of all the things we've rejected when the DJ recommends them.
Well, yeah, but it's not as censored as what it should be sometimes.
Anyway, our first topic tonight is the Sony Tokyo Game Show Conference.
Yeah, man. So Tokyo Game Show Conference is coming up, and a lot of before the conference, Sony did its own conference of its own, basically releasing a couple of games in the process. And some games would include Kingdom Hearts VR Experience, Samurai Spirits, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered, and Gungrave Gore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Days Gone one of those games that they announced? That they released a trailer for? Because I noticed you sent me a trailer for it the other day.
Wasn't Days Gone. Days Gone was a different. I think the trailer release was some other different timing, but they said Death Stranding trailer might come out during the game show as well.
Okay. I saw something about is it Judge Eyes? Something to do with the Yakuza series that they're doing?
Yeah, it's made by the guys behind the Yakuza series.
Okay.
Yeah. Sega's also done it. Sega's also revealed its lineup as well. And some games include Shenmue 1 and 2, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the Switch, Team Sonic Racing, to name a few.
Awesome.
Well, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy's been out on Switch for a couple of weeks now. I actually just picked it up last night.
Was it the Insane Trilogy or just a different game? Oh.
Was it heavy? Did you need assistance?
No, it was a digital download, so it doesn't weigh anything.
Okay. You gotta love that with some of the special edition things you get when you got so much stuff. I remember, can't remember what one of the Battlefield games. You got the loot crate thing, like a big box, and it actually came with a quadcopter and a few other bits and pieces in there. And it actually had a warning on the side of the box: 2 people required to lift, because it weighed about 30 kilos.
Yeah, I wish the press kits that they sent out were available as like the Super Collector's Edition.
Mm.
I remember one a few years back for the game Dante's Inferno, where the box was this wooden crate, and it came with a crowbar to smash the crate open.
Oh, that would be fun. Well, I remember Dante's Inferno.
Was it any good?
Kinda, but then it just got boring. It just kept going. It never really seems to actually get anywhere. Like, you just kept going through basically the same thing again and again and again and again and again, with only minor variations. And it just, after a period of time, I just got tired of it.
Fair enough. The DJ seems to be having some internet issues tonight.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I didn't just notice he just vanished on us. So are there any of the games in here that stand out that you're looking forward to from off the list?
Not really. I'm not a huge, I don't have a PlayStation, so I don't really follow the Sony games.
Okay. Because I know with, there's a lot of the Sony games that cross over onto PC. There are a fair number of them.
Yeah.
Like, I remember playing Mafia and so forth on PlayStation, and they crossed over.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's too many PlayStation exclusives that I've played on PC.
Okay.
Although it wasn't announced here, but Days Gone does still look really good. Not that I'll probably play it because, again, I don't have a PlayStation, but
I'm just looking at the information here for was it Judge Eyes? And it's actually looking quite interesting.
Yeah, the DJ sent us a link for the Sega one as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's something interesting that I saw that it's got playable trailer theater stage, And I was like, what is this, some sort of interactive play that you take part in using your phone or something? But no, that must be like shows at the event.
Okay. As I saw it talking about a companion app with your phone, I actually saw that apparently there's a Pip-Boy app for Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, they had that for Fallout 4. There's a great video on YouTube of Gavin Free trolling his co-host.
Okay.
He synced his phone up and was sitting behind him just throwing stuff on the ground.
Alrighty. Sorry.
Sorry. Is that the immersion game show?
No, it was just a little skit he did. He filmed it with like his security camera or something.
Oh, nice.
And just messing with Dan.
But just looking at some of the graphics here for Project Judge. I'm not sure if it's Judge Eyes or Project Judge, because one article was saying Judge Eyes and then another saying Project Judge. But the graphics on it are looking absolutely superb.
I think it's both. It's like what was it before Suicide Squad was announced? It was Task Force X or something in the production.
Okay.
Could be that. But what else? What's the other game that's going to come out on Tokyo Game Show? Oh yeah, Death Stranding. Another trailer for Death Stranding might come out on Tokyo Game Show as well.
Okay.
But what else came out? The Kingdom Hearts 3 game. Another trailer came out for that on Tokyo Game on the Sony conference.
Yeah, is it ever going to come out though?
It's going to be as long as the production is as long as Duke Nukem Forever at this stage.
Hey, do you remember talking about that before?
No, I think we spoke about Duke Nukem, but not Duke Nukem Forever though.
No, you bashed on both of them. You bashed on Duke Nukem Forever.
Ah, yes.
You have a problem with Duke Nukem?
Yeah, it was a good game. I just hated how.
Are you jealous that he's blonde hair, blue eyes, and sexy and muscly?
No, I'm just jealous of the wait time. How long it took for him to preen himself to that shape.
Wow, if you put some effort in, you might be able to look that good as well in that amount.
Unfortunately not, because it's not just effort, it's also genetics.
Wow, yeah. You'd have to stop eating all that KFC. And other junk food.
DJ, you'll never look like Duke Nukem. I'm sorry, I have to let you down harshly.
Although you could get surgery, like Michael Jackson went from being black to white, and afro to long flowing hair. So
yeah, but you got to have hair to get hair surgery to start with.
Well, they could do implants.
You think we can get the DJ to rage quit again this week?
To rage quit? We could do that. Challenge accepted. Do we want to go there?
Oh, Jesus Christ! You guys.
I keep telling you, man. I'm not that nice a person. Although I could probably do the Pharisees whipping people out of the room sort of thing.
Smashing tables.
Actually, I saw an article today about a actor talking about people whipping. I'll try and find it and come back to you. Just give me a couple of moments. You keep going.
Okay. So, Death Stranding. I can't get over how weird the start of those trailers is. Like, not the actual trailer itself, but the what do you call it? Like the title card for the studio.
The Kojima Studios title card, or
I think it's that. So it's just like, yeah, here's an unborn baby.
Even this current thumbnail that I posted up, which folks you'll see on the show notes eventually.
Sad Norman Reedus.
Sad Norman Reedus holding a baby. He's just there's something unsettling about that.
I didn't know you were so sexist. You don't think a strong man like Norman Reedus can be a good father?
Oh, he can be a good father. I'm just saying that with the whole premise of the game, it's just with Norman Reedus and a baby with that premise. There's something.
What is the premise of the game?
It's just
I just know it's Norman Reedus walking around in the rain.
And what is it? And then he uses uses a baby to get himself invisible or something to power up his suit.
What, like he kills the baby?
I don't think he kills the baby.
Okay, I just walked back and I heard about killing the baby. What's going on?
We're discussing the theme of
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
That's the horror one that we saw at the E3 stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of disturbed. that was like the DJ with a couple of bottles of whiskey or something and some other substances making him weirder than normal.
What I don't get is it's been like 3 years now and I still have no bloody idea what it's about.
Maybe the people making it don't really know it themselves.
All I know is all I've heard so far is basically him being a postman of sorts. He's delivering packages or something. And
there's ghost people.
Yeah, in the post-apocalyptic world. And
maybe that it was post-apocalyptic, not a postman.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Which, if he had a conversation with you, it might happen.
Oh man, it's just I know. But Norman Reed, just watching that trailer.
Again, have you?
No.
Sicko.
But this trailer, that trailer was just disturbing. I just don't want to think about it anymore.
Okay.
Nah. I just can't think of it.
Maybe Norman Reedus Ghost.
Going from something to disturbing to something that was actually positive. You were talking about whipping and that sort of stuff. Sorry, this just came across my desk just before, and we'll have to give it a shout out later. But I hope you guys don't mind.
Go on.
Post up there for you to see. Well, I didn't want to take away from the subject, but a New York actor performing in The King and I on Broadway defended an autistic child who disrupted the performance. And, he wrote a letter that was published where he basically said that all the people who were yelling abuse and everything at the mother were essentially scum because they're ignoring what the theatre's supposed to be about. And he thought that it was great that she took the courage to actually take a child to see the play, and he doesn't care. Like, one of the things is he said, "I don't care how much you paid for your ticket. What you've done is wrong." He'd happily refund the stuff and do the play again, just to be able to make sure that she's okay.
The mother or the kid?
The mother and the child doesn't. Apparently, there's a scene there where they're actually whipping someone, and they're purely and utterly to scare the children and younger people and so forth.
Oh wow!
And apparently, at that point, there everyone's really, really quiet, and this little autistic child turned around and started whooping. And then when the mother was trying to take them out of the theater, all the audience was apparently abusing her and so forth. But same thing happened with a girl a couple of nights before or a couple of days before, where she turned around and apparently she started screaming and crying in fear, and nobody batted an eyelid. And he was just apparently he's been quite disgusted. It was Mr. Lowe, I think it was his name. So yeah, he deserves a shout out and respect.
Yeah, it's nice for people to stand up for autistic children as well and let them come out in public.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just thought to give us something positive. Talking about Kingdom Hearts and violence and other sorts of gory details.
And Norman Reedus with a baby in the rain.
But yeah. So yeah. Something to aspire to as a human being.
Yep. Anyway, we've been on this for a while, so let's move on. Bucky, what have you got to tell us about Destiny?
What have I got to tell you about Destiny? When you say
about
Destiny, do you mean
exploits to get raid gear?
Yeah. Sorry, just coming back to my actual
pretending you're all deep and meaningful.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I had to get back into the game mode. Sorry, I just had some weird flash ad.
I bloody hate that.
Destiny 2 is releasing a expansion, It's supposed to arrive on, well, probably, he's saying this Friday or something. So, yeah, but I'm not sure exactly if that's going to be Friday here or Friday the US. But, yeah, apparently some groups have gotten together and already been pushing into the area and have found a glitch that allows them to go in and complete the missions in the beta phase of it, and they get a whole lot of raid gear.
So they're players on the live server who have managed to glitch into the beta.
Something like that, apparently.
Nice separation of your development and production environments.
But they don't say exactly how they've done it, but there's someone posted it on Reddit, I think it was. But what they've done is they go in, they can loot the raid chest, and then you go back and you can do it again, but with a new character name or something, and it restarts the mission. So you clear it, and then it resets it. So you go back in with your normal character, and you can loot the raid chest again. So apparently they've done it so they've got complete sets of raid gear, and apparently anyone else who's missed out is just going to suffer. The producers are just saying, nah, stuff you.
Well, it just means to have to do it legit, doesn't it?
Yeah, but there's people that are going to be have missed out on some of the bits and pieces with it because of it's a milestone reward.
Oh, yes, I see.
And so there's a lot of other people that are playing legit that are going to be disadvantaged and stuffed around because of it. So basically it's cheating without cheating because the producers have just stuffed up.
Yep.
And they're just saying, well, that's not our problem, that's yours, you can just suffer.
That would really bloody annoy me.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where, unfortunately, it seems to be happening a little bit too much where the producers of games are just going, yeah, we don't care about you. Just kind of like in the Devolver at E3 when they were saying, we don't care about you, just give us your money. Just be stupid and do what we say.
That's mostly gaming studio. That's more. Nearly every gaming studio has that attitude nowadays, which is really annoying.
Yeah, but
my gaming studio doesn't.
When Devolver was saying that, they were actually making fun of all the others that do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So there's no counter. So there won't be any countermeasures, or they just
none at all.
I'm not sure if they've completely fixed and patched over the hack or glitch, but there's nothing that's preventing a repeat of the exploit at the moment. But Bungie's said that apparently they will not ban or suspend players who have used the exploit, nor will they lose their duped gear.
It'd be pretty hard to ban a lot of try and ban people at this stage.
Well, they've got people that have done it and then gone and bragged about it on Reddit. So you'll be able to identify who they are, and you can see who's gone through in the system and gone into that area and done that exact thing. It'll show up.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just that like you get the odd brag, you get the odd person that will brag about it, but then you get like one bragger equals to 15 people just doing it without bragging, and then we're like, okay.
Well, apparently this was like a clan group or something. I don't actually play Destiny, so I'm not sure how exactly they operate. But apparently it was an actual clan group went in and were poking around and discovered the glitch. So, yeah. So it's not just like one little person. It's an actual group of them that have specifically gone in looking for something like this to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens all the time, really.
Hmm.
Anyway, on to the next topic. Here's the next topic from Professor. Where is the professor? I'm here.
He's such a lazy
I may be very, very tired. But my topic is about mummified penguins in Antarctica.
Do they have their own pyramids?
Unfortunately not.
Because was it Gaia website or something? Always talks about a pyramid down in Antarctica.
Is that one of those conspiracy theory type sites?
Yes. They keep popping up on Facebook every now and again. So I just thought, mummified penguins? Maybe they're the ones who built the pyramid. Wasn't the aliens, it was the penguins.
Do you reckon the penguins would have gone to Egypt and just hobbled around on the sand? Or do you reckon they would have found somewhere to freeze it over so they could slide?
Well, I don't know. Like you've seen the cartoon show for penguins of Madagascar. They seem to be able to slide on grass, so I can't see why sand would be a problem.
Fair enough.
Can you imagine Morgan Freeman's voice just talking about the penguins? And this is how the pyramids were built, thanks to the penguins.
Can you imagine Benedict Cumberbatch?
Oh,
he would have been struggling something bad because he doesn't like the word penguin. Apparently, he did a documentary where he stuffed it up severely.
Ex-Benedict Cabbage Patch tends to say Pengwing and Pengling.
Apparently, nobody told him until and it was discovered afterwards.
How do you not realize?
I have no idea.
How do you not go back into a second take?
The thing that gets me is that it was after the filming of the entire thing had finished. And then it was actually somebody else who wasn't even involved in the production noticed it.
Oh.
But we're kind of gone off topic there.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason the penguins died is because of climatic anomalies. They reckon that heavy rain blew in, soaked the penguin chicks, and then when the cold weather returned, they just completely froze up because they don't have enough insulation.
Okay. Kind of sad.
Yeah. Looks like they'll be missing out on Happy Feet.
This was 750 years ago.
So Happy Feet would have just been pictures on a cave wall.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but does it feel? Do you reckon this latest discovery would fuel the climate change debate?
Nah. I think it's just an example of how things get screwed up when the climate changes.
Mm-hmm. And there's always anomalies happening in the weather patterns and so forth.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, the picture they got here kind of looks like Peking duck. Or
It
something.
does.
When you go past the barbecue butchers in Chinatown, they have the ducks hanging up. It looks kind of similar to that.
Oh, yes.
I just want Chinese now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That little hole in the wall plays for Chid Valley 20 minutes. Let's go.
Sounds good. Burlington barbecue. I used to deliver there. It was always fun. Used to deliver the goods and then pick up bits and pieces for the girls in the office. And they always say thank you by giving me some of the barbecue pork or duck.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
What do you reckon penguin tastes like?
Oh.
Be very fatty and oily.
Yeah. You know, I started reading a book about the, was it the Amundsen expedition or the Morse expedition? It was called The Worst Journey in the World, and it was written just a few years after the expedition.
Okay.
It was, I wonder if they ate penguins on that expedition. I haven't heard that they did, but it wouldn't surprise me. Because carrying that much food to cross Antarctica in a year or however long it took.
That was Robert Falcon Scott, the worst expedition in the world. Yeah. But the Morse expedition, that was crazy as well, from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
Some good.
They
good
all went wrong.
Good news out of this article, though, is apparently they've found a hidden super colony of 1.5 million birds, only discovered this year.
Yeah. I don't know how you miss 1.5 million
penguins.
Well, once again, I point to the cartoon, Penguins of Madagascar. Those guys are super secret. They've probably got an entire planetary control system where they're going down little chutes.
Like, you know, the thing, that spaceship wasn't the alien, that was the penguins.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't the aliens who built the pyramids in Egypt and South America and Asia. It was the penguins went on holiday.
So so that makes the thing the sequel to the penguin version of Alien.
Yeah. It means the predator is actually their friend who goes hunting, which kind of fits in with the penguins of Madagascar once again, because you'd have to be that tough to be a friend with a penguin.
Can you imagine the xenomorph is actually a penguin just riding a mechanical suit?
Actually, speaking of penguins and horror movies,
Danny DeVito and Batman
in the show notes of Fingu, a penguin-based parody of The Thing using characters from Pingu.
Oh my god!
They can't do some Pingu. Pingu's just awesome.
Yeah, it's an institution, like the Teletubbies.
Oh no, you and your Teletubbies can just
Which one's your favourite for DJ?
Oh, I don't have a favourite, my friend. I've never seen the Teletubbies. All I've seen were the memes of the Teletubbies.
All right, you two.
This is what happens when you grow up in a third world country. You don't see the Teletubbies.
In the words of the guy from Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, the drunk guy that was sitting in the pub, fuck off. Talking about Teletubbies on here. Get lost, go on. Yeah.
Anyway, I like our conspiracy theory about the penguins more than anything I've heard on the internet recently. Maybe we should go and submit it to the conspiracy podcast that is part of the That's on Canon family now. I remember that name because I was trying to do a little plug there, but I don't remember who it is.
You mean the New World Order?
No, the one that started just recently about conspiracies.
I know the one you mean. I can't remember the name of them either. Sorry.
We could always give it to InfoWars.
Nah.
We'll keep it in the family.
Twitter.
We'll support our own people before we support others.
That's true.
So we support nerds before jocks.
That's true. I got a question for you guys. Remember how you were saying earlier on that how would penguin taste like? I have a question for you. What's your forbidden meat?
Probably human, because humans are the only meat that you can't ever legally hunt.
Fair comment. Okay.
Depends on what country you're in.
Okay, let's just say if we become a supercontinent.
I thought we already were a supercontinent.
What? As in the merge? As
the best continent.
The lucky continent.
I just thought of planet Earth as being a continent in the great big ocean of space.
Oh, that sounds deep, man. That sounds deep.
You've been smoking the wacky backy.
Dude, me or him?
You. We already know the DJ's constantly high.
It's either the wacky or the Marvel comics that he's been reading.
Hey, don't go there. I'm not some sick perverted freak like you. I didn't read that stuff.
I don't know, man. You start sprouting all the deep stuff makes me wonder, man.
Yeah, but if I was reading all that sort of weird nonsense, I'd be pursuing the other social justice warrior stuff you usually talk about.
Hey, let's not go there.
Oh, come on. Don't be butthurt.
Nah, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Back on topic.
Okay.
I cannot find anything about that conspiracy podcast.
I don't think...
Okay. It's not unfeatured articles, is it?
No, it's newer than that.
Okay. Maybe it hasn't actually popped up yet.
Maybe. I know I've seen it in the private group. But anyway, that's our plug for this week, so keep an eye out for the conspiracy podcast.
Yep. Something to look forward to.
Yep.
And where they may talk about penguins, if we can ever find out who it is we've got to tell them about.
Yeah, we're going to find out. We're going to tell them. We're going to make sure the word gets out there.
Penguins are the master race.
Penguins are bloody amazing.
Speaking about amazing, Supernova coming up, and word has sprung out that Christina Ricci is going to be appearing.
Who is she when she's at home?
Well, when she's at home, she's Christina Ricci.
Okay.
When she's working, one of the roles that she did was Wednesday Addams. She was also in Casper and Speed Racer. She was the creepy little girl that likes to electrocute people.
Ah, fair enough.
She was in a couple of other movies like Black Snake Moan, Speed Racer.
Well, I did say Speed Racer.
You said Speed Racer. Anyway.
Do you want to point out the other movie that she was in that I said?
Casper.
See if he remembers it.
Casper.
That's it. Well done. And hang on. What about the Addams Family? She was in the Addams Family. Did you know that?
Recently, she was in the Teen Titans animated movie as well.
So,
but yeah, go on, Professor.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. What game did you play this week, DJ?
I haven't been playing anything at all. So yeah,
Did you do anything nerdy at all?
I wrote I found the topic, so yeah, just let's not go there, guys. Let's not go there. Okay.
2 weeks in a row of no games.
Let's not keep the pressure on them too long. What did you play, Bucky?
Oh well.
Looks like you played Fallout 4.
Sorry, you. I just had a bit of an internet dropout on me there.
Okay, I was asking you what you played.
Yeah, I played Fallout 4. It was made available recently on Humble Bundle, and I thought, let's go back and play that and have a bit of fun. So, yeah, very nostalgic. Go back and play some of these games.
Oh, the way back to 2016.
Well, you know, it's still going back.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I have to say, it's kind of fun, but also disappointing at the same time. It's very reminiscent of Skyrim with with the open world and finding bits and pieces and the armor and the when you get a certain amount of stuff, you're overloaded, so you can't run anymore, but you can walk. And you have companions who you can have carrying gear for you, all that sort of stuff.
And somehow you can fit more on the dog than you can on yourself.
Yes, that dog is amazing. He runs even though he's overloaded. But
he just wants to make you happy.
He's a good dog.
That's the other shout out this week for the other podcast.
But yeah, the crafting part is really slow. Like, I'm trying to repair the power armor, and I haven't found out how to do that yet.
Do you have the power armor workbench?
The rig thing? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I've got. I found 3 or 4 of those. It just hasn't shown me the option of how to repair it.
Fair enough.
But I found, is it General Mechanics or whatever it is, with about a dozen Mr. Handys floating around.
Yes, the General Atomics showroom sort of place.
Yep, where you have the coffee being boiled to 200 or 2000 degrees, and you get beat up by another one, and you're not allowed to touch the clothes.
Have you ever played the original Fallouts?
Never really actually got into it. Like, I think I may have played them a little bit here and there, but just never really caught me. Like, Fallout 76 is looking a lot more fun. And yeah, like Fallout 4, I'm playing now, but it's just really not going all the way because I'm not getting as much fun out of it, so the crafting side of things, where where you're able to make your armor and repair it and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem with crafting systems in games. They're hard to balance.
So, like, a lot of all the cinematographics and everything, it's amazing, and I'm loving that. But just trying to find resources to be able to craft things and all that sort of stuff is very limited.
I'm also not a fan of the conversation system. It basically boils down to yes, no, sarcastic yes, or I'll come back later.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever like the character creation system on Fallout 4?
Not any more or less than any other character creator. Better than Fallout New Vegas's, though.
Okay.
Fallout New Vegas has an atrocious character creator. There's pretty much no way you don't come out looking like an inbred hick.
DJ, we found somewhere for you to go and live.
Oh, Buck.
I told you, challenge accepted.
So what I played is Bad North. I played the Switch edition. This is a game about, it's a, how do I put this, tactical RTS Rouge-Like. You start off with a couple of units of militia, and you're defending an island against the Viking hordes. And each stage you pull back to another island, sort of like the map in FTL. Mm-hmm. And as you progress, you collect money from the villages you protect and use that to buy upgrades for your units.
Okay. Just looking at some of the bits and pieces, and It's looking kind of fun. It's a nice. It's a retro platform almost.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's really well put together.
Yeah.
And you can get a lot of depth out of it with little things like positioning and defending each part of the island.
Yeah.
I just can't work out how to get past the brute archers.
Okay.
Once you get far enough into the game, you start getting these guys who are archers who just completely wreck everything you throw at them.
It's usually the way with a lot of these games. They just push you to the brink of going completely gaga.
Yeah.
Just since the DJ didn't play a game, I'm just trying to remember. There was one that I saw about Sim Earth or
Universim?
That's it, Universim.
Yes.
That is looking like it's gonna be so much fun.
It's out now, actually.
Yep.
And I approve. I've watched a stream of it, and it looks like it's really got the little world civilization growing mechanics down.
Mm-hmm. The video I watched for it was Many a True Nerd, who was the one behind the video that you gave us of Scum. And mate, that guy is just he's fun to listen to. No matter what he's talking about, the accent and everything just makes it fun. But definitely a game that is looking like it's going to be. I love how he hadn't organised funeral rites. So to dispose of the body, he was just picking it up and throwing it out into outer space, and that was upsetting his population.
I don't know why.
Because they didn't have somewhere to go to say goodbye to Grandma. Grandma just died, and then God picked her up and threw her into outer space.
I like that there's little quests as well. I don't know if there's any in that video, but he did a 5-hour live stream of it.
Okay.
And one of them, he got a prayer from someone who had lost their son, and he could hear wolves howling, so he followed the sound of the wolves, and he found the wolves about to eat the baby, so he just smited the wolves and rescued the kid.
Okay. The video I watched, he tried to defend against wolves attacking the village, and he actually burnt down some of the village and set fire to people. When he tried to set fire to the wolves, but he also granted someone's prayer request.
Of being
getting rid of
the Cupid.
Getting rid of the competition to the girl he loved.
Hey, wasn't he just like, I'll just beat him up gently, and then he ended up killing the guy?
Yeah, and they built a statue to him because he was throwing the dead bodies into outer space, and he set fire to people and so forth. So they built a tribute to him as a mean, nasty god.
This game's sort of similar to Black and White.
Yeah, it's the spiritual successor.
Ah, nice.
But just the whole way the mechanics in this work is looking so much fun. Like he just picked up something and just dragged, I think it was a mammoth or something, he just dragged it across and dropped it from a height onto the ice, and it splattered.
Would you guys like to see the Black and White game remastered?
I'm not sure. I never played Black and White, and it looks like an interesting game, but I don't know if the gameplay would hold up anymore. It seems pretty simple.
So, same here. I don't remember ever playing Black and White, but yeah, when you got so many game options out there, it's hard to really go there. But yeah, this Universim is looking like I'd rather play this than for something that's not as much fun.
Oh, so in this you can eventually build a space program and go to other planets.
Yeah. And you have to be careful you don't overfish the lake.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our shout-outs this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to thank Nerd Game Problem for contacting us on Twitter and sending us their appreciation. And so the Mingo Boys nerd stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they sent us a couple of mentions and they included us on their newsletter.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I apparently have pissed off a vengeful god there.
It was a penguin, I'm telling you. It was the penguins.
Of course, it's the bloody penguins.
So I bet you the next thing we'll say is, we made the penguins gay. We made the penguins gay.
You maybe.
We're not Alex Jones, enough making penguins gay.
You and your perverted fantasies that you project onto everyone else. I don't know.
Sickos. We'd like to mention Total Biscuit, who StarCraft is holding a memorial sale from now until the end of the year, where you can buy a announcer pack of Total Biscuit's voice, I believe, and the proceeds go to his family to help them with their
hospital bills.
Oh, there I go again. Yeah, their hospital bills, because at this point his wife is going through chemo and their son had a benign tumor.
It's unlucky.
Yeah.
Yes, I can mention that EA is being criminally investigated by Belgium because they refuse to take the loot boxes out of FIFA. And I think that's going to be a fun one to watch.
Go Belgium.
About time.
Yep. And we'd like to not congratulate the idiots who shot the Aussie firefighters who were putting out a fire in the US.
But other related news there, apparently there's a bunch of rednecks that have been found mounted with their heads stuffed up an orifice on the wall. And police would like to speak to the Australian firefighters who were shot at.
And presumably the courts are refusing to hear this case.
I think that the judges would probably, when you say hear the case, you mean about the Australian firefighters?
Yeah.
Case, or, well, if you're dumb enough to take a pot shot at an Australian firefighter, I don't think the courts are really going to turn around and want to go against the firefighters. They're a useful individual. A redneck taking a pot shot is just a waste of oxygen.
Yeah. And birthdays this week: Harry Connick Jr.
We missed
singer.
one.
Oh, Professor, we missed one more shout out.
Yes, Dickie knee cancer surgery.
John Blackman has had is having a big section of his jaw removed due to cancer. So yeah, wish him well and hope he gets through it okay.
He was the performer who played Dickie Knee on Hey Hey It's Saturday.
Voiced him over, but did the voiceover for him.
Yeah. So birthdays this week: Harry Connick Jr., the singer and actor famous in Copycat. Ludacris.
And Memphis Belle.
Sorry?
He was also in Memphis Belle.
Okay. Ludacris, the rapper and actor from Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
Taraji P. Henson, actress, singer, and author, who is in the TV series Empire and Person of Interest. Elizabeth Henstridge from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Jemima Simmons.
You mean Gemma?
Yes, Gemma Simmons.
Yeah, she wasn't in Play School.
The American musician, DJ, record producer, singer, songwriter, photographer, and animal rights activist.
That was Moby.
He does a lot of stuff, apparently.
Uh-huh.
And our famous events for this week. In 1897, the first drink driving offence. A taxi driver in London crashed his taxi into a building.
Cabby, not
25
taxi.
shillings.
Which was... I actually did some research, and apparently the weekly wage for a mason at that time was 29 shillings.
Weeks of wages, rough.
Well, a cabbie wouldn't have earned as much as a mason, and he also had to pay for, because it was still horse-drawn cabs at that point, he had to pay for the hay for his horse.
Yep. In 1970... we had the Soviet Luna 16 launch, an unmanned moon exploration spacecraft, and the Concorde's first landing in Heathrow. I miss the Concordes; those are gorgeous planes.
Yeah, planes used to look sexy. What's happened?
Well, if you're into big, beautiful planes, the A380's for you.
I've seen it, but it isn't as sexy. Even the Spruce Goose, it had elegant lines. The A380 just isn't there.
Yeah, it's just plain.
Like this, you had the Spruce Goose, the DC-9, a lot of those. They used to look attractive.
In 1991, Smells Like Teen Spirit was released as a single. In 1992, Mae Jemison is the first African-American woman to go into space on Endeavour STS-47. And in 1993, the X-Files pilot episode first aired.
Lots of good stuff this week.
Yeah. It's a big week in history. But that's everything we have for tonight. So check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Stitcher, on iTunes, on send us emails. Have I missed anything?
Nah,
and
check out our merchandise.
We'd just like to thank the Penguins for advancing humanity.
Yes, and Penguins, if you wouldn't mind throwing a little penguin cash my way.
All our way. And
yeah, I will trade you penguins if you send me penguin cash.
Can we get an upgrade on the DJ? Tighten the screws that are loose. And
yes.
Replace
the penguins of Madagascar, I'm sure, know enough about robots to fix the DJ.
Can I adopt a penguin?
If anyone can fix him, it will be them.
Can I adopt a penguin baby and call it Gunter?
No. That's illegal.
Dang.
It's also just abuse.
I'm not gonna abuse it. I'm just gonna pet it and treat it like a dog. A nice dog.
We're not worried about you abusing the penguins. Have you seen how vicious those things are?
Oh no, I was worried about the penguin. And
fair enough.
With the DJ's response, all I could think of was, you remember Marvin the Martian from Warner Brothers cartoons?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember his big friend who used to grab Bugs or Daffy or whoever it was, and I'm gonna pat him and love him and call him George. That's exactly what you sounded like just then.
Anyway, that's all for tonight. So we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
See ya.